I'm Charles Epting of Siegel Auctions, and today I'm going to be walking you through 5 steps that you should follow when you inherit a stamp collection. Now, step number 1 is to figure out where the stamps were bought from. There's a huge difference between stamps purchased from auction houses and dealers versus stamps that were bought over the counter at the post office or first day cover subscription services. So what you should be doing when you inherit a collection is looking for any sort of invoices, certificates, receipts, paperwork that may help you determine where the stamps were purchased from. Stamps have been valuable for a very long time, so often you had to spend money in order for your collection to be valuable today. Step 2 is to make sure the stamps are securely stored. If these stamps were kept in a safe deposit box or a safe at home, odds are very good that there's probably some value there. But if this is just an album that was stuck in a closet, it's more likely a childhood collection and might not be as valuable. But regardless, when you inherit a stamp collection, do not put it in an attic, a basement, a garage. Make sure the stamps avoid humidity, extreme temperatures, and are kept safe and sound until you figure out what you've got in your hands. Now, step number 3 is to look at the actual stamps themselves. People call us all the time and say, what do I need to know? How can I tell what's valuable and what's not? And there's a ton of rules. There's no simple way of determining what's valuable or not. But there are some rubrics that you can follow to get a pretty good idea of what you've got on your hands. One of the first is to look at the denomination of the stamps. Letters used to cost 2 or 3 cents to mail, so most stamps that were printed by the government were either 2 or 3 cents. Look for higher denomination stamps, $1, $5, British pound. Stamps that were printed in smaller quantities would have seen less use and are generally more valuable today. There's also countries that tend to be more valuable than others. We recommend looking for early US, that's sort of pre-1900, China, Japan, British Commonwealth, countries that are very popular and tend to carry more value. And lastly, if you have first day covers or mint sheets of postage stamps that were bought at the post office, odds are that any of that stuff that was produced after World War II is very likely not that valuable. Step 4 is a pretty easy one. Just take pictures on your smartphone. People say all the time, I've got thousands and thousands of stamps, I can't photograph them all. But if you take a couple photos, one showing the full extent of the collection, maybe the spines of the different albums, and then whatever you think looks like it might have more value, early stamps or interesting envelopes with stamps on them, take pictures on your smartphone because a picture is worth much more than 1,000 words in this hobby. And step number 5, you've sent us pictures, we've reviewed them, it looks like you might have something valuable on your hands. Here's where our part of the process kicks in. We'll decide what the next best steps are, whether we send an expert to view the collection in person, whether we arrange for you to ship it to our office, and the way it works is we accept material on consignment and charge a commission. This is one of the great parts of consigning to an auction house, is that the more the material sells for, the more it benefits you, the more it benefits ourselves. We're all in this together. We have a global network of clients. We've been in business for almost a century, and we want to show you why we have countless satisfied consigners through all of our auctions. So if you think you have valuable stamps on your hands, if there's anything Siegel Auctions can do for you, please do not hesitate to contact us, and we'd love to walk you through the process and help you do the right thing with your stamp collection.